Welcome to the Athletes Unlimited Softball League, presented by Mizuno. Wrapping up a three-day stay in Rosemont, Illinois. Game 6 in the last few days. Youth Camp Day at the ballpark. Volts Talons to finish off this week before we head west and we head to the Midwest. Seattle and Omaha, the next stops on the AUSL's inaugural season tour. Talons lead the league 11-3. Big win for the Bandits. They needed it. That snapped a 3-game losing streak. They just knocked off the Blaze in 8 innings about 25 minutes ago. The Volts trying to climb back up there. Really looking at that second spot as a more likely opportunity for them. Alongside the two-time All-American Amanda Scarborough, I'm Chucky Kempf. The Talons have won 9 of their last 10. They've won 6 straight. Unstoppable right now in every facet.
They're just doing everything right, just playing complete softball. They're playing great defense behind their pitching. They got a complete game shutout from Georgina Korick, again, her second of the year last night against the Volts, and they're getting offensive production all throughout their order and making the most when runners get on base. Just 6 hits yesterday, but 4 different players had RBIs. Sydney Romero drove one out to center field. Caroline Jacobson had a 3-for-3 day, including an RBI triple. She has been spraying the ball all over the ballpark. And then how about Jalen Allchin and the year that she has put together? They moved her up to the 2 spot, as well as Charlize Palacios driving the ball to the left side of the field. I mean, 4 different hitters with RBIs with Romero, Jacobson, Palacios, and then Allchin. Solo home run by Jadalyn Allchin from the left-hand side. She has just been on fire. The Talons offense swinging it, pitching and defense, throwing shutouts too. The Volts have their handful today.
Yeah, that pitching getting even better and better. Talons against the Volts this season. It's not a team the Volts like to see. 5-0, a .308 team batting average, 5.5 runs per game. Doing a lot of things well. Georgina Korick, those 2 complete game shutouts, both against the Volts. See if this lineup can get something going today. After the shutout yesterday, Danica Coffey leads it off. Amanda Lorenz, the 3rd straight game she finds herself in the 2-hole, not in the leadoff spot. She's reached base safely in all 14 games. For a team who has the worst average in the league, Lorenz has been the steady force no matter which spot in the order she has been in. First pitch swinging by Coffey, deep to left field, and Allchin makes the catch over her shoulder.
That ball just got knocked down. It was 71 miles an hour off the bat, distance of 200 feet. And I actually thought it was maybe a little bit deeper than that, because I thought it went about 202 even with the wind blowing in. So that's something that these hitters are going to have to deal with. Any ball in the air is going to get knocked down because of the wind blowing in and toward the left side at times.
First pitch swinging for Lorenz. That does get down, and she has reached again this season and has extra bases. A doubles. Lorenz races into second.
Both hitters hitting early in the count. The first pitch that they see. This is even a changeup that Lorenz just attacks early. Not often that you're going to see that. A hitter go up and drive a changeup. First pitch of the at-bat, first inning. First time that you're seeing a pitcher.
Inside strike one for Raylan Chafin, the rookie out of Mississippi State. A fantastic story going back to last summer when she transferred from LSU, spent 1 season at Mississippi State, led the SEC in wins.
That was a great idea, by the way, by Sierra Romero, seeing Tori Vidales playing back, trying to lay down a bunt, advance Lorenz, trying to get the right side of the infield sleeping. Raylan Chafin is a really strong rookie year. She was the projected starter coming into this 3-game set, and she remains the game 3 starter. Everybody's sticking with their rotations of the projected starters.
Chafin 4 wins, matching Georgina Korick's 4 wins on the season for the lead on this staff and some of the top numbers in the league as a whole. The last win coming over this Volts team. In Norman, put together a great pitching performance. As Sierra Romero down in the count 1-2 with one away.
The pitching staff that the Talons have put together has been strong. Just bonus points too with the way that Raylan Chafin has been pitching in her rookie season, even when they didn't have Megan Framo and Georgina Korick. They're kind of co-aces on this Talons pitching staff in the first part of the first half of the season.
Popped up, Palacios has it for out number 2.
Raylan Chafin will really mix it around with leading on her curveball and her changeup the most. Also will work the ball up in the zone with her rise. But good little mix here. You see pitchers that rely oftentimes maybe 60 to 80% on one pitch alone, but Chafin mixes things up with 30% of the time relying on her curveball and mixing in her change. In any count, she will mix in that change. And there is an example of her curveball right there. She'll throw that pitch on the outer half to these right-handed hitters.
Tiare Jennings 0 for 3 with a couple strikeouts yesterday. She homered on the first day of the week, returning from that 2-week break, falls behind 0-2. That was a game against the Bandits in which they won. There's the first win for the Volts this year over a team that wasn't the Blaze. They will face off with the Blaze 3 games this weekend out west in Seattle at the University of Washington.
So games in Seattle and also Omaha this weekend. We'll split up. We all reunited back here in Rosemont after the break with all 4 teams being here just outside of Chicago.
One-two is inside, hit down the left field line. Allchin gave it a pretty good look. Oh man, that is her foot that went kind of through the fence or underneath it. Glad she's all smiles. Those looked a little painful for a second.
Yeah, same.
Ooh.
Doesn't happen every day.
Reset it 1-2 and do it again. Got Jennings. Good start for Raylan Chafin.
Really good start by Raylan Chafin, the rookie, using that outer half with their curveball against Jennings for the K.
One out double by who else but Amanda Lorenz, the only hit in the first inning. Lorenz stayed at second, though. No runs in the top half of the first, so the Talons get their first chance at the plate. One of the most dangerous teams all around, whether they're in the circle or they are coming to the dish. Caroline Jacobson is in the 5 spot. Quite the luxury when she is playing the way she has since day 1 of this season, really. Had a single, double, triple, and drove in a run yesterday in their win over the Volts. Behind Tori Vidales and Hannah Flippen, couple veterans, some of the youngsters up top, Sierra Sacco and Jadalyn Allchin, who we talked a lot about out of that reserve player pool. She's hitting in the 2-hole for the best team in the league right now. They will get a look at Mariah Mazon, a 4th-year pro out of Oregon State, played a season in Japan in 2023. This is her 4th year with Athletes Unlimited, the 39th overall pick, making her 3rd start of the season. We just haven't seen much of Mariah, who really over the last few years has established herself as a very reliable arm in the league.
Well, funny enough that you say that. This is actually her 6th appearance, but she's only thrown 6 1/3 innings. So when we've seen her, it hasn't been for very long. This will be her 3rd start of the season.
That is a fair ball. 1 pitch, 1 out. For Mazon, in the past iterations of Athletes Unlimited, now known as the All-Star Cup, a career 374 ERA and 153 2/3 innings. I mean, that's, you sub 4 against these hitters, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah, I think that she has really good stuff. I think that she just needs a little bit more time in the circle to get comfortable and stay out there. This is a team that has relied on Rachel Garcia a lot up to this point in the season. A lot of different starts, bringing her in relief, bringing her into close games, and sticking with their 3-woman rotation for the projected starters are sticking with it, I think, for the first time this season.
It was 71 on the gun from Mazon to Jadalyn Allchin. Allchin 1 for 2 yesterday, drove in a run, also scored once. $4-0 the score yesterday in the favor of the Talons. They had 6 hits to just 3 for the Volts. Yes. Fouls it away.
It's been interesting too to see she hasn't thrown very much, but the percentage of pitches that she's used this year, 58% of the time going with that drop ball, and then rise ball only 9% of the time. When you look at her other 2 summers as a pro, she used that rise ball 23% of the time. So using her rise less and using her drop less too. Excuse me, using her drop a little bit more than what she did in the prior 2 summers.
Allchin draws the walk.
The shortstop, number 19, Flippen.
Jadalyn Allchin was not drafted. Was not on a roster on opening day, but stayed ready when she was at Michigan State. Said she just found times to train whenever she could. As a part of that coaching staff, and here she is making a huge impact and giving Hannah Flippen something to work with in the 3-hole of this Talons lineup. Hannah Flippen, one of those perfect examples. You can really look across the league and find a lot of them, but just that these athletes do not peak in college. She is maybe at the top of her game right now. She finished her college career in 2017 at Utah.
I like just her leadership and her veteranship, if that's a word. I think I might have just made it up, but just the fact that she has all this experience internationally and as a pro. Really good mix of new faces and the veteran faces for the Talons that really seem to mix and blend well.
They dropped their opening series on opening weekend of the season back on June 7th, 8th, and 9th. As that throw goes into center field, Allchin into second base. Continues to find different ways to impact the game as their stolen base totals climb.
Well, especially for Allchin, it seems like once the Talons got to Norman, they sent her stealing a lot more in that final series before the break, and we've seen them steal some bases in Rosemont here too, as back-to-back walks now are issued by Mazon.
Remember Patty Gasso in the booth with us talking about the Talons? They had, I think it was first and third, or maybe just a runner on first, up big, and you see the stolen bases numbers here. They've got 7 of them entering today. It was number 8 for them. But just talking about being aggressive when you have a lead, when you have a team against the wall. You know, obviously they don't have a lead right now, but the Volts they've struggled a little bit. You've got their number, and Howard Dobson was an assistant coach for Patty Gasso way back when at Oklahoma. You just wonder if he heard that. I don't know.
Yeah.
They've been a little more aggressive since that time.
Well, when you have such a good record, you can take a few more risks than maybe you did earlier in the year. Find a different way to win, see who can steal bases, and all of that is just information that you take with you to ultimately try to play in that champ series and win it, the first ever AUSL championship in Tuscaloosa later on in July.
Back-to-back inside strikes to Tori Vidales. Just get the feeling when we've been around this Talons team, really enjoy each other as a group, and then you talk to their head coach, Howard Dobson, you get the feeling he's having a lot of fun this summer. Stepped away from the LSU program after 13 years as an assistant coach. Was not a part of that staff this year, but joins the pro ranks, and life is good right now if you're a member of that team and that staff.
A new, fun opportunity for all of these head coaches to be a part of the AUSL for the inaugural season and be the first head coach, work with the GMs to come up with the drafts of the new teams that we had earlier this year, and then the college draft in May. So we had that inaugural draft. I think it was February or January.
Ooh, off the bag. Nothing Warren could do. Allchin coming around to score. Tori Vidales working from behind in that count, driving in a run. February, right?
Was it February? I think it was very beginning of February. It's all starting to blend together. It was earlier this year, but
you were there.
I was there, and it's been a lot of games that have happened since in the college season as Tori Vidales just finds that third base bag and drives in the first run of this game. Again, the Talons, another different face driving in a run today. 4 different faces yesterday that drove in the 4 runs, and now Vidales gets in on the action.
Talons are 5-0 when they score in the first inning. 5-0 overall against this Volts team. 1-1 count. Mazon thought that was strike 2 to Jacobson. From Tallahassee, Florida, but played her college ball first at Duke for 4 years and then 1 season at Clemson. 1-2. Talk about the mix on this team. Veterans for the Talons, 6 players who graduated college in 2019 or earlier. That does catch the zone. Jacobson goes down on strikes.
So needed that strikeout right there after the last 3 hitters reached base against her, a couple of walks, and then the hit by Tori. Paints the inside corner with a screwball.
Retired Sacco right away to start this inning on a ground ball to first base, then back-to-back walks, the RBI single from Vidales. Charlize Palacios' first opportunity at the plate today. 1 for 3 and drove in a run yesterday. Another foul ball from Palacios.
Yeah, the Volts enter this game with the best ERA in the league by a long shot, too. When you look at the stats, their ERA is the only one below 4. It's at 3.5 runs a game.
Palacios down on strikes. The pitching has not been an issue. The offense has been quiet, though, at times for the Volts. Mazon gives up 1, but strikes out 2. The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is sponsored by Mizuno. There's the crowd. They get a little sleepy on us after that first game. The weather is starting to change a bit here in Rosemont. I'm actually seeing, am I seeing a little rain right now? I think I was just a second ago. It's sprinkling a little bit. It's the warmest day of the week that we've seen here in Rosemont earlier today when we arrived at the ballpark. Early start, 10:30 local today. There's strike one from Raylan Chafin to start this inning. 5, 6, and 7 coming up for the Volts here, led off by Rachel Garcia. And the rain is starting. Garcia, hard hit, there's Flippen.
The ball consistently comes off of the bat so hard of Rachel Garcia. 73 miles an hour exit velocity here, and she was even just a little bit out in front of that. Did not get all of it, but she's just so strong that even when she misses it, she's still able to hit it hard. Just misses a hit. Hannah Flippen in the right spot.
That's the frustrating part for this team, too, because we saw that last night. Mulipola has done it a couple times against the Talons in recent games. There's another one. Hard hit balls finding gloves.
Look at Sydney Romero, how far up the line that she is playing at third base. Almost halfway up, respecting that she could lay down a bunt, and this ball gets on her quickly. So Sis reads that she's playing up the line, and instead of deciding to drag bunt, she goes to more of a power slap and tries to drive it past Sydney Romero, but it drives it at her. And that's why, my friend, why they call it the hot corner, for sure.
2 outs in the inning on 3 pitches. Jesse Warren's first opportunity. Started game 1 of the week. Just sat last night. Back in the starting lineup tonight. She watches strike 1. Inside to Warren. She's now seen 3 pitches of her own to double Chafin's inning pitch count. In the air to center field. Sacco there with the wind pushing it in more. A 7-pitch inning for Raylan Chafin. Back-to-back zeros to start the game against the Volts.
See if she can get going. A tough couple of weeks for Bri Ellis after coming off of a monster senior season at Arkansas, where she was National Player of the Year. And hasn't had a hit since June 15th. It's been a little while for Bri. Had the day off yesterday, was not in the starting lineup, and here she is back again.
What have you noticed from Bri with some of the struggles?
Maybe just pressing a little bit. Seems like on every swing, it's just a heavy swing, not feeling that nice, loose, free swing where her barrel is just connecting with these pitches. And she's just looking to feel that one time, I assure you. It's been a while where I feel like we've really seen her just barrel up something and even get out.
Been able to watch her take batting practice a number of times. It just comes off the bat different for Bri Ellis. Sydney Romero needs to take cover in the on-deck circle. Two-two, low. Ellis, left center, not going to be enough. Lorenz there for it.
It's even with that, at least that looked to me like a little bit more of a free swing, but that was still just a little bit out in front of it where it's not fully barreled up.
Let's go down to Savannah Collins.
We've praised the effectiveness of this Talons offense. Now I want to take you into the day-to-day that leads to it. It's from speaking a common language, using the same verbiage, and head coach Howard Dobson talked about how that is a credit to these veterans. They came into this season, decided this is how we are going to communicate. These are the phrases phrases and words and ways that we are going to describe hitting, and they've stuck to it. He said that doesn't come from me, that comes from them having veterans like Sidney Romero at the plate right now, who's a coach, and being able to do that is what allows them to bring rookies along and continue to be successful through games.
Romero flies out to left field. They talked about looking for the ball in a window. That's part of the approach that we've seen from the Talons.
I just don't feel like they get down or panic. They don't start putting things together the second time through the order, that they just feel like, or excuse me, if they don't put it together the first time through the order, then they feel like it's going to be the second time through the order where things come together for them.
Aguilar hit by the pitch to break up a potential 1-2-3 inning.
It's gonna take your breath away for a second. Ooh.
Might leave a bruise.
That area on your ribs, that's gonna hurt.
Here's Sierra Sacco, 0 for 1 with a ground out. Takes ball 1.
Feels like Sierra Sacco's hitting higher than 333 to me. It's surprising to look down at her batting average and see that, because I just feel like every time I look up, she's been getting a hit. Find different ways to reach base with her speed, and she has this mix of power too, a couple of home runs. Good pitch there on the inner half.
How many times has she helped out the Talons starting pitcher Raylan Chafin today in their college year they spent together at Mississippi State? 2-1, fouled back. Sacco was all conference every year of college. That's 2 at Louisiana Tech, 2 at Mississippi State. Started her career as the Conference USA Freshman of the Year back in 2022. Finished her career as a first-team All-American in the SEC, leading the SEC in batting average. That's overall and in SEC play alone.
It's cool to see that progression and the growth of a player like her, to go from playing in a mid-major to playing in the best conference in the country.
Ground ball right side, handled by Romero, and they retire Sacco for the second time today. Just 1-0 after 2 innings. Mazon and Chafin looking good in the circle.
Paraguayan falcon, canary, penguin, emu, ostrich, cardinal, blue jay, oriole, eagle.
1-0 Talons over the Volts, top of the third, as Raylan Chafin back out in the circle looking to keep it rolling. This is 10 shutout innings, or could be 10 shutout innings for Talons pitchers of the Volts if Chafin can put up another 0. Someone she's very familiar with out in center field, Sierra Sacco from Marrero, Louisiana. Won a couple state titles with John Curtis Christian in Sulphur, Louisiana. In her high school days, started her college career at Louisiana Tech, and then off to Mississippi State, where she was a first-team All-American this year. Leadoff hitter Deja Mulipola takes ball 1. We've got Sierra Sacco mic'd up out in center field. Your journey is such a fun one, because we talked to you earlier this year in the college season, lightly recruited out of high school. You end up in state at Louisiana Tech, off to Mississippi State. How would you describe your journey in softball?
I would just use it as a story of resilience and just never, not betting on yourself. So it's definitely a fun one, but took a journey to get here, so I'm definitely grateful and just appreciative of all the opportunities that I've given.
Sierra,
Good miss!
When did you know that you wanted to play pro?
It's always been in the back of my mind, but I didn't think it was a real possibility until probably my senior year, about halfway through. So that's whenever it started to become an actual, like, dream. Good! Go, Jess! Good flip, see you, bud.
Flippen makes the catch, 1 out to retire Mulipola. Now Sierra Briggs coming up. When you got that golden ticket, you guys were at the baseball game. Of course, your teammate Raylan Chafin in the circle had kind of been lobbying for you all year on social media, like, hey, get her golden ticket. What was going through your head when that moment occurred?
Just unreal. It was honestly just a dream come true. And we were both just like not expecting it at all. Like we've seen the tickets get out at like softball games or, you know, just events like that. Good pitch! And just out of the baseball game, we were just, okay, let's promote our game, you know, like let's get in and out of here. And then they just shocked us. And it was awesome that me and Raylan got it. So I'm so thankful she's here as well. That's there. That's good, Ray.
Sierra, you added that extra power to your game, your junior, like at the end of your junior year, and then for sure your senior year. And where did that come from? I know we've talked a little bit about that, you and I, but where would you tell others that came from if they were working on their power to add from the left-hand side?
Good pitch. I didn't want to be one-dimensional. Like, I wanted to be, you know, the slapper aspect, the bunt and run. Like, that's all fun, but nothing beats hitting it over the fence and jogging around the bases. So I definitely wanted to develop that side of my game, and it started at Mississippi State. They were like, girl, you have so much power, like, let's develop on that. So working with Coach Ricketts and Zach. Go, Flip! Yes! You're good. Working with them was just a blessing, and they knew exactly what I needed, so it was awesome.
So they were on board. Like, what were the first conversations like when you said, okay, I want to swing away, or was it them coming to you?
It was mutual. It was more Ricketts being like, you can swing it, like, let's swing it. So I'm like, okay. I got you deep right here, Jax.
Top of the order for Danica Coffey with a runner on base and 1 out.
Yeah, Ray, here we go, bud.
Sierra, as a left-handed hitter like Danica Coffey up, what's it like to hit off of Raylan Chafin?
Oh, it is so hard. Good pitch! It's so difficult because she has that mix of speeds. And so you're often just caught in between speeds. Like, you never know which one she's going to attack you with. So it's a little difficult. But yes, Ray!
Oh, 1 count to Coffey.
Woo!
Sierra, before we let you go, I've got to ask you, 2028 on the horizon. What is your long-term goal? Is that something that you have your sights set on?
Absolutely. Going to that camp before the break was just very eye-opening, and getting the opportunity, I want to capitalize on it. And so if that's in my realm, I definitely want to. Good pitch! I definitely want to attack it and go for it. So I think that's definitely on my mind.
Sierra, anyone who has watched your journey, I don't think they would doubt you. We appreciate the time so much. Best of luck the rest of the season.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Sierra.
Thank you.
She's a star already and just keeps getting better.
Gosh, I love getting a chance to call her game her junior year. She's a player, of course, stuck out, but then her senior year and just watching her thrive and lead that Mississippi State team, being the leadoff hitter for them, and just watching her grow and develop physically and as a leader was so cool.
Slow roller to Vidales. She'll step on first for the 2nd out.
Talking about 2028 Olympics headed to LA, and I think we got to start having her in the conversation to make the Olympic team. She just continues to develop the way that she plays defense. I mean, you have to have her at least in the conversation of somebody that could earn that position.
Such a great speed-power combo, too. And she has a good glove. We don't talk a lot about the defense, but she is a good center fielder. Lorenz, they wanted no piece of it. She's on first base, having been intentionally walked after doubling on the first pitch of the at-bat back in the 1st inning off Chafin. This is Sierra Romero.
A lot of respect to Amanda Lorenz, who we talked about has just been so hot. offensively, so you know that's going to fuel the fire of Sierra Romero to want to get a hit here.
Romero, left center field. Sacco tracking it. Sacco at the wall! Helping out her college teammate. There's the glove.
Remember, the wind is blowing in and knocked that down. If it weren't for the wind, I think that is a home run with a mad Sierra Romero, but it's Sierra Sacco that robs her of extra bases and robs the Volts of runs. We were just talking to her. We know her. We were just talking to her at center field. What a catch.
Somehow the Volts only have one hit, probably 3 balls hit in this game they thought would be base hits. Maybe even that Romero one thought it was gone. The wind didn't help her on that, and still held scoreless through 3 innings by Raylan Chafin. Bottom of the 3rd, Talons looking for more off Mariah Mazon.
I think that would have been out of here. That wind is blowing in and at times blowing a little bit harder, but the focus that it takes to make that catch, knowing that there's runners on base, knowing what's at stake, finding the wall that you're going to be crashing up against it, dealing with the wind, it's slowing it down, getting underneath it. What a catch by Sierra Sacco to rob Sierra Romero.
Bounced in by Mazon. The rain has stopped at the moment. It's a light sprinkle. She didn't have a great grip on that ball, though. Ooh, and up and in. Allchin going to take first. 2 free passes for Jalen Allchin in the first 3 innings.
The shortstop, number 19, Flippen.
Windows back open.
It took every ounce of muscle for me. It's not good leverage up here with how tall you are to be able to get it up.
Glad I served some purpose in the booth.
I mean, you just watched me struggle. You're supposed to be a good partner here.
Also watched you have food for like 15 of the last 17 innings. Haven't been offered a single bite.
It's not my fault you don't order enough and think ahead, Sugar Chucky. Double the 2 games in a day is going to make you grind.
Yeah. You got like a box for every inning. 1-1 to Flippen. Inside corner to Flippen for strike 2.
Mariah Mazon has been effective on that inside corner, locating that pitch a little bit better, seeing how she can get her screwball and her low rise ball that she just threw there for a strike, about a ball and a half off at the plate to these righties.
Allchin going, Flippen swinging. Lorenz into the corner, not quite going to get there.
There she is, a veteran hitter like Hannah Flippen, going to be looking for that pitch on the inner half, knowing that she's been going hard into them and try to go 2 times in a row, and Flip said, get that out of here.
Swing and a miss. Mazon ramping it up.
It's a great pitch.
Sierra Sacco with a great catch last inning. Let's listen in. worked out.
It all worked out. I mean, I love it when TV works out like that. We were just talking to her, and then we got to talk about her, and they're like, oh, great defense, too. And boom, here is a perfect ball up in the air for her to challenge her to make a great play, and she did it.
Tori Vidales in an 0-2 hole in this at bat against Mazon. It's a great connection between these two. Mariah's a great story because she was done after Oregon State. Maybe thought her career was at its end, but there was an injury in 2022 in the condensed AUX leaderboard style season. So they called Mariah Mazon, who is from Tulare, California. She was about 3-4 hours away from San Diego where that season was being played. They called her, they said, hey, we need an arm, do you want to play? She said yes, drove immediately to San Diego. Instantly pitches the first day she arrives. First batter she faces, Tori Vidales, hits a home run off of her. And they were roommates for that season as Allchin's running, and she's out. Allchin says, no, not a chance. You can challenge that, so they will challenge this play.
She's not leaving, putting her foot down.
The Talons are challenging the out call at second base.
So
Play is under
many
further review.
close plays on these steals like this, Chucky, and it looked live like she was out, but then we watched the replay and it does look like potentially got her hand in. Let's see here. Ooh, I think the tag did miss her.
Issues currently.
After review, call on the field is changed. Safe. That is Talon's first challenge.
So Allchin safe at second base as the Talons continue to be aggressive on the base paths. Tori Vidales with another run-producing opportunity here. Already has driven in one in this game. It was Allchin that scored. Two into right field. Allchin has wheels. The throw coming in from Coffey, not in time. It's Vidales and Allchin leading the charge offensively today for the Talons.
Talons capitalizing on a couple of free passes today, both issued to Jadalyn Allchin, both after a stolen base. It's the same thing. First time base on ball, stole second, and then she was able to score, and then hit by pitch, steals second, and is able to score again. Vidales and Allchin just doing things.
Makes way for Caroline Jacobson, struck out looking back in the first inning. A rare strikeout for her, entered the week with just 2 on the season. Feel that pressure as a pitcher. We talked about the Volts offense struggling. They've just been up and down. It just feels like they either score 5 or more, or they're, one run, maybe getting shut out, which they've been a few times this season. Do you feel that as a pitcher, just knowing, oh, I got to be really good today?
Yeah, especially when you're going up an offense against an offense like the Talons, who you face so many times. Maybe you haven't pitched against them a ton, but you've seen what they can do against your team, and also in the same breath, how they have struggled to score against the Talons the times that they faced them. So absolutely. And I'm sure too, Chucky, that Mariah Mazon feels a little bit more pressure too, knowing that she hasn't had a ton of opportunities. This just being her 6th appearance and approaching now 10 innings pitched on the season, and 4 of them are going to come right here in this game. So just trying to make the most of your own opportunities.
Caroline Jacobson with a single. We apologize for the technical difficulties we are currently experiencing. We'll blame the weather.
Yeah.
Here in Rosemont. It's getting a little windy. It's a little bit rainy. It's cooled off probably, 10, 15 degrees?
For sure.
Volt's going to make a pitching change. Mariah Mazon will exit. And we will exit for a moment as well. Sam Shao enters. We'll be right back. Two 2-0. Talons lead the Volts 2-on as they make a pitching change. Sam Shao enters, third-year pro with Athletes Unlimited. She's played over Japan as well. Was signed as a free agent by the Volts. She's 0-1 on the season with an ERA just south of 8. This is only her third appearance, though, so a lot of these players unfamiliar with Sam Shao have not seen her a lot this season. We'll see what she can bring to the table after Mariah Mazon. Up and in.
Trying to use all their pitching staff, and we saw Rachel Garcia pitch in game 1 and threw a gem of a game the other day.
Allowed just 3 runs. She had a no-hitter going to the 6th. Winning run was on first base. It got a little interesting.
It did.
Palacios, first batter to face her, deep to left. Lorenz tracks it down. The wind continues to save pitchers today.
That was another well-hit ball I thought was going to get out of here, but that wind is blowing hard in. So Sierra Romero gets shot down by the wind, or her ball gets shot down by the wind, and then Palacios. That was a well-hit ball. Wind is coming in strong.
Outside corner for strike 1 to Bree Ellis from Sam Shao. We had 1 plane take off this way. We heard 1 today.
And it was a little bit higher
than
the other day, too. At this point, we know all the routes. We basically could be air traffic control at this point here in Rosemont.
Bree Ellis at the plate. Trying to straighten one out down the left field line, foul. Let's go down to Savannah.
We talked about Bree Ellis trying to find her footing here in the AUSL, and Coach Dobson has had a message for her, and it's been, stay who you are. Don't jump off this ship just yet. Keep on rowing. It will eventually catch up. You talked about how rookies can come in with a lot of pressure, feeling like, oh, I'm letting people down if I don't have my college results. And he's told her, just stay with us and it'll come.
That one in foul territory for Ellis as she flies out to left field for the 2nd time. Still 2-0. Talons lead the Volts.
I'm a parent today, and I'm looking for a place where my daughter is going to be.
Let's show how it's done. If you're rooting for the Talons, we want to see you on our claw cam. Here we go. Let's do it, everybody.
2-0. Talons over the Volts. Just 1 hit through 3 innings for the Volts, but they were getting a little bit closer off Raylan Chafin, so the Talons going to go ahead and make a change after a good start from the Mississippi State rookie. They will go to the veteran out of UCLA, Megan Faramo, making her 9th appearance of the season and her 5th in relief, the leader of this staff in innings pitched and appearances made. The ERA continues to drop down, now below 5 after a little bit of a rough start, but she was excellent on Monday, Amanda.
Yeah, she threw 5 innings, which is all the Talons needed to win in run rule fashion, so she threw the complete game. 7 strikeouts by her, really got the outside corners, both to lefties and righties, with her curve and her screw, kind of a bigger strike zone that those Blaze hitters were having to deal with, and she was getting the call and being able to expand east and west with her curve and screwball for 7 strikeouts.
She will face Tiare Jennings, Rachel Garcia, and Sis Bates in this inning. Middle of the order for the Volts. Jennings watches strike 1. She struck out swinging against Chafin her first trip to the plate. Ground ball, flipping to a knee. Using the turf, Ellis picks it at first base as she is entered over there defensively for Tori Vidales. Also a change out in right field. Caroline Jacobson exits defensively for Victoria Hayward. Inside ball one to Rachel Garcia. Just under 200 on the season. Her one home run came against the Talons. This is two of UCLA's best in recent memory. Going head-to-head here. Faremo was the youngster on that national championship team. Rachel Garcia was the National Player of the Year. She was the superstar.
Yeah, a lot of familiarity from UCLA days, and then also Athlete Unlimited days going up against each other. Recently seen each other a lot, know each other very well.
So Bruin behind the plate too, and Charlize Palacios. Garcia wins this one, rounding first, and she'll pull up there with a one-out single. Says, I still got you.
Good swings in this game. She gets a changeup that is elevated and up. Just able to capitalize on that mistake, see something out over the plate, just puts a good swing on it. A couple of level swings that Rachel Garcia has had in this game. Line drive to shortstop in her first AV, and then that one there.
Mia Scott will run over at first base for Rachel Garcia. Scott started at third base yesterday. Warren started at third base the first game of the week. Jesse's back out there today. Sis Bates now at the plate.
Just some platooning happening at third base for the Volts. Just trying to find that consistent lineup 1 through 9 offensively, consistent positioning wise. And coming into this game, it's just, I can't believe it. They're just hitting 257 as a team. Only team hitting under 300.
A lot of people thought they might be the favorite. After they saw the AUSL inaugural draft, a lot of big names, familiar faces as Bates goes down swinging, 2 outs.
Better location for this changeup. Remember, Rachel Garcia hit it. It was up in the zone. Then she moves this one down in the zone and gets Sis to chase that pitch well out of the zone. Great job by Palacios, keeping this ball in front, not letting it get through the wickets. With Mia Scott at first base, you know that she's looking for a bobble there for it to get past her.
Jesse Warren, her second opportunity of the game, flied out to center field, her first trip to the plate. Her and Faremo teammates in that training camp with Team USA during the 2-week break. Jumps ahead 2-0. We saw Jesse one time in the 4-game series to end the first half of the season against the Talons. Here she is swinging into left field. Allchin gets away from her just a little bit. Warren trying to get to second, and she's safe. Just crashing into the base. Close play at second.
Jalen Allchin has been all over the place defensively and made a couple of diving grabs that we've seen this weekend, but can't quite get to this one because that ball gets away from her. Jessie Warren is able to get herself to second base. So good read by Warren to see that down and away, and then Allchin still picks it up and throws to second. It's close. That's a great throw by Allchin on the rebound off of her body. Jessie Warren is barely able to get her hand in there running right into Ali Aguilar.
That's a little, it's dangerous too, just the way Aguilar's foot was, and Warren going in like that. It's good to see nobody ended up hurt there. Jessie had to go in that way, though. Essentially, if she would have slowed up at all, she would have been out.
Well, and on that turf, it doesn't slow anything down. You know, you just keep your momentum, and even with a ball that is on the ground, so a ground ball to the infield or to the outfield, it keeps its speed up, and the same goes for when you're diving or sliding into a base. You have to take that into consideration that you're going to keep going.
Big chance for Deja Mulipola. Seen her square up some balls. This recent run of games has not had a ton of luck, though.
I think the biggest hitters, if they could just get going, with Deja Mulipola and Rachel Garcia. Garcia entering this game hitting 200. Mulipola entering this game hitting 150.
Two and one. Only 4 Volts hitters entered the week hitting 300 or better. Mulipola grounds out, strands a pair in scoring position. The Volts now 11 scoreless innings against 3 different Talons pitchers. Game 1 today, plenty of excitement. How about Allie Newland, Amanda, with 2 big swings?
Yeah, she's been swinging the bat very well. Extra base hit, machine, home run in the 2nd inning that got the Blaze on the board. And then the Bandits answered with a big swing in the bottom of the 7th by Erin Koffel, who leads the league in slugging percentage and home run and RBIs. RBI number 20 for her. And then Kaylee Harding had something to say about things in the 7th inning. Her first hit of the season was a home run that tied it. We'd end up going to extras, but it was Delaney Wiz that hit the walk-off for the game-winning run for the Bandits in extras off of Emma Lemley after a sacrifice bunt that got got Bubba Nichols to 3rd base. That sacrifice bunt was put down by Sydney McKinney. Good execution, and then clutch hit by Delaney Wiz.
Plays so close on so many occasions, but could not come through today. Talons get to 11 wins yesterday, trying to make it 12 today and have a 2-game lead of the Bandits for the top spot, and plenty of distance between the Talons and Volts right now. As soon as this weekend, the Talons could potentially clinch a spot. I mean, if they win today, they're going to be 7 games ahead of the Volts, who are in 3rd place with 9 games to go. So at the end of this weekend, you could potentially know one of your championship teams if the Talons have success against the Bandits and the Volts struggle.
Playing for Tuscaloosa. July 26th, 27th, and 28th. We had all these firsts in this inaugural season of the AUSL. First hit, first strikeout, first home run, all these firsts that we've gotten to see this season. You want to be the one that wins the first championship series. 4 teams that we're starting out with. We'll expand to 6 next summer.
What are you most excited for with more teams? Romero into left field, base hit to lead off the bottom of the 4th.
I think seeing different people have an opportunity to get in on this league. The momentum is so high. I think a lot of people are looking at it from the outside, looking in, wanting to be a part of it. And I just think that the motivation behind the current players that we have and the players who want to be in it is so high that it makes the level of competition just greater and greater for our sport, for the league, and then also for the United States national team and Olympic team as well, and all these international teams that have different representatives on them, not just from the U.S., but from different countries as well, that are looking to get a chance to play in the Olympics and represent different countries.
Ali Aguilar at the plate for the Talons. Watches it inside and jumps ahead 2-0. She was in the Olympics with Team USA, won silver in 2021. Get a great opportunity too with more teams and some, you would expect, changes as a whole next year for different players, not just to get opportunities, but to lead teams. And you think about the class that could be coming in and kind of what I would call the big three: Jordy Ball, Carlin Pickens, Nigeri Kennedy, potentially a part of this league next year. You would hope they would be.
That's just the pitchers. Think about the hitters too, like Reese Atwood.
These could be leaders of teams next season. Ground ball, chance for 2. Time to get Aguilar. 1 out.
The momentum is just so high in our sport right now. There's just so many good things to say about it. You see it at every different level too, Chucky, from the Little League Softball World Series growing and the way that it's grown over the past few years to the most viewed Women's College World Series that we ever had. And then all the just big time momentum coming around the AUSL entering this season.
Top of the order, Sierra Sacco is 0 for 2, coming to the plate with 1 out and 1 on.
And you just want to continue, you just are hungry to continue to build on all of this momentum. Everybody's feeling it. I've heard from so many random fans and messages and on social media who've been tuning into this game. I feel like I've heard more from fans watching these games than I have in the college games even. Just people asking questions, interested, like wanting to figure out how to watch it. They want to know where to get the snacks that we were talking about yesterday at. I mean, just all different types of questions, but people are watching and tuning into these games, and the level of play is so high. And people, here's the thing, here is the thing. People watch softball one time and then they fall in love with it and want to continue to follow it.
So 6 teams next year. Any other wish list items for you? Like, what would you like to see? Do you want a bigger season? Do you want to go, would you like to play another month? What do you want the championship to look like?
Ooh, okay, so if we have 6 teams, maybe little like 4-game or 4-team tournament with 6 teams. So 4 of the 6 teams make it, and they play maybe best 2 of 3 each, and then they meet in a champ series. Maybe a 5-game series for that champ series. I don't know. I'm getting a little spicy now.
Yeah. Third walk of the day for the Talons. 5th free pass overall as Sacco reaches. July 26th through the 28th at the Rhodes House in Tuscaloosa. Best of 3 series this year. Amanda Scarborough requesting a best of 5 potentially next year.
I just want more of it. I'm just like the rest of the fans, even though we're calling the games, I'm very interested. I mean, the interest in this league is so high. And the big named players, the players that we hadn't seen play in Athletes Unlimited before, coming over, and we're getting to see them for the first time, like a Tiari Jennings or Sam Shao. Maybe they're back with Athletes Unlimited for a second time, but great set of rookies. How about 12 of the 12 drafted rookies ended up signing contracts to come and play? I mean, 100% conversion rate there.
Slow roller for Allchin. There's 2 outs now for Shao, looking for a clean inning here in the 4th.
Anything else on your wish list?
I'm always scheming.
I know. Scheme with me some more. We just only have 2 outs. We have 1 more out to work.
24-game season this year. I'd like to see 30 next year. Everybody would play each other 5 times. Is that the math right on that?
I think maybe 6, because you don't play yourself, right? But I trust your math more than mine.
There's 6 teams. Yeah, maybe you're right. I'd like to see 32 games, though.
32 games, not 30.
It's 6, yeah, 6.
Okay.
But that's, a little bit longer. I'd like to go a couple more weeks, I think. I love the timing of the start, though. I love that it starts the day after the Women's College World Series. I think that's perfect. Should we just present Kim Ng with our...
wish list?
She could figure out the logistics of a 5-game series to end it. but we'll just give her the wish list.
I can't wait to see the names and colors and everything of the 2 new teams for next summer.
Yeah.
That's always fun.
Looks like we're going to have a pitching change. Sam Landry jogging into the dugout to get ready and get the pitch calm. I'm excited for the Golden Tickets next year already. And the hype that was around the Golden Tickets this year in year 1, she's showing off the swing with Sam Fisher there. Love it.
Going up to get a rise ball. Look at her hands, just adjusting her swing there.
I can't wait for the Golden Tickets next year. Sam Landry got one of those Golden Tickets. And she received hers at Love's Field before a game, actually, from Jess Mendoza, who was there as part of the broadcast crew. Landry enters with 2 outs and 2 runners in scoring position as Hannah Flippen gets set to hit. This is interesting. It's taking a while to get Landry out there and then to get her warming up, too.
What's happening right now? Definitely a fan favorite with Sam Landry. I mean, she walked out of the dugout, and there's squeals all over this place of young girls excited for a chance to watch her pitch in person. Saw her get the start in yesterday's game. Went 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned runs.
She's had some great moments as a pro. A little bit of a rough go of it right at the end of the first half against the Talons in Norman. It was a really good start. We're just out there maybe a little bit too long, ended up giving up a decent amount of runs. We'll try and close the door here. Still 3 innings to work with for the Volts, who trail by just 2. Hannah Flippen just had a long wait to step into the box right now. They're going to walk Hannah Flippen. After all that, Flippen takes first. And it is different in the pros. You don't have to throw the pitches. You just say you want to do it. It's maybe as relevant as ever after what happened in the Women's College World Series championships. That changed the series. That what would have been an intentional walk to Reese Atwood that ended up as a base hit in the left field. And load the bases for one of the league's best. Big Sam Landry fan right behind home plate.
There's multiple. There's like 5 little girls with their phones out that just wanted to get right behind home plate, get a video of Sam Landry pitching. 2 are still back there. 2 just ran up with the biggest smiles on their face. More getting in on the sides.
Warren tracking it. That's out of play. You could do Sam Landry Day at the ballpark. They do the braid bar. You could do the Sam Landry bun and the clear sunglass giveaway.
Yeah, you really could. Look, just come on, just let me stay down here 1 more minute. I got to get a better video of her. I'm right here, Mom. I got to get in on this.
1-1 to Vidales. Got her to pop it up on the infield. And taken by Romero at the last second for out number 3. Landry, job done. The intentional walk gets Vidales to pop it up. 2-run game, 3-4. Top of the 5th, Talons by 2 have allowed just 3 hits tonight. Chafin got the start. Faremo entered last inning and gave up 2 of those hits. But nobody came across to score. A couple groundouts and a strikeout. This staff, which looked dangerous when they were drafted, has been even better than anyone thought because of Raylan Chafin and her effectiveness, because of Montana Fouts, who was picked in the mid-30s in the draft, who was excellent before she went to the injured reserve list. So they're doing this without a full complement of arms. 13 consecutive scoreless innings this week. Georgina Corrick, a complete game shutout last night against the Volts, her second against this team. The Blaze scored early in that first game this week, but they only scored once. It was a 9-1 run rule victory for the Talons. Faremo faces 9-1-2 in this inning. Briggs in right field, base hit to start things off for Sierra Briggs. It's on the brakes and stays at first.
Maybe using that changeup a little bit too much at this point, or it's just a little bit elevated. Actually, that was just a good piece of hitting by Briggs, but a couple of hard hits that have come off of Faremo have been off of her changeup. A great swing for Briggs just to bring her barrel down to that pitch and hit it hard to the right side.
Palacios blocked it up. Briggs stays put. 1-0 count to the top of the order. So Briggs, job done. Gives it to the top of the order with something to work with. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. These are former LSU teammates, Sierra Briggs and Danica Coffey. Briggs got done last year. Coffey finished her career at LSU this season.
I thought she attempted for that on the bunt, but it's going to go down as a ball. I thought she kept her barrel out there and attempted for it, but not. Going to go the way of Megan Faremo.
Briggs running, the throw down well in time, and she is out. I wonder if that was supposed to be kind of a bunt and run or a hit and run. I'm not sure what that was, but Briggs was out by a mile.
Palacios has stepped up a couple of times. She's out by a lot. Her foot almost got in there around the tag, but Hannah Flippen goes straight down to the bag. Reliable tagger, Hannah Flippen is.
The toughest part about that is who's standing on deck right now, which is Amanda Lorenz. I mean, you just want anybody on the bases. It doesn't matter where, for Lorenz to have an opportunity to drive them in. And then Coffey walks.
Left fielder, 18, Amanda Lorenz.
Just wonder if that was a miscommunication. There was a little conversation there. Maybe Coffey was supposed to offer for that when Briggs was stealing.
Just a momentum killer when you're down by 2 runs. Late in the game, top of your lineup coming up. And Lorenz can tie this game quickly.
She had 2 home runs in the same game, trying to will the Volts back into it in the final game of the first half of the season against the Talons. Homered on Monday. Looking for number 4 on the season right here. 2-1. He's reached safely in all 15 games this season.
Good pitch there. That is not a great hitter's count pitch for Lorenz to take a swing at, but Faremo is loving the fact that she located that pitch low and away and got the call. Easily could have been a ball, but she gets the call and gets that important second strike. Hit a home run on Monday against the Bandits. No doubter off of her bat, using the middle of the field.
Against the lefty Emily Kennedy. That time Faremo expands the zone and gets her swinging. Second strikeout for Megan Faremo.
Very often that you're going to see Amanda Lorenz strike out. Just her 3rd strikeout of this season, because she does not usually go with pitches like that, but just trying to protect that outside corner and trying to foul that pitch off. It looked like just get a little piece to extend her at bat, but it's a swing and miss by Faremo. That's a big time strikeout late in this game.
Sierra Romero came close, her last at bat. Drove one to the warning track, would have hit the wall. The wind was not doing her any favors. That was the catch that Sierra Sacco made out there. 1-0 pitch outside, 2-0. 13 combined runners left on base in this game. Coffey at first would be number 14. It's to be frustrating for Kelly Kretschmann, who's just an incredible hitter. In her Alabama days as a 4-time All-American, and then in her professional days in the National Pro Fast Pitch League in Japan as a member of the national team.
Another hitter's count where Megan Framo gets the strike. And it didn't look like she was even trying to throw that pitch for a strike, but with it being called strike, I wonder if she's going to try to attack her here and go at her. Be careful with her so far, but ended up walking her. Very careful with Sierra Romero.
This is now the second time through for Framo. Jennings was the first batter she faced in the 4th inning, got a ground out to the shortstop. Tiare's 0 for 2 today. Was 0 for 3 yesterday. Homered on Monday. The averages dropped down to 273. I mean, she was hitting over 400 right out of the gates. Started really hot. Still has 4 home runs, which leads this team.
I'm Megan Framo. There's no way I'm putting my curve or my screwball, a ball on the plate right now with the strike zone that she is getting called. Good job there, throwing that a little bit off the plate. And you have to be careful because of the power that Jennings has at any time. Home run off of Devin Nets, a pitch that is up in the zone. So you're going to see Megan Framo, I would think, try to work down in the zone and off the plate. Head the count here.
Bounces it off the turf to even the count at 2-2.
And go to that curveball. Try to get it on the chalk on the left-handed batter's box. See if you can get Jennings to chase that pitch and protect.
Slow roller left side with a foot on the bag. Romero fields it in fair territory. 2 more stranded, 15 combined runners left on base in the game. Megan Framo picking up right where Raylan Chafin left off. The Athletes Unlimited Softball League is sponsored by Mizuno. Just a casual day at the ballpark. Early start. 10:30 local time start. 1 o'clock for game 2. Beautiful day, though. Had a little bit of rain that cooled things off, which I think we are both a fan of.
Yes.
And a sold-out crowd for a 10:30 start on a Wednesday. You might ask, what do these people do for a living? How are they here? It's incredible.
A lot of people traveled from all over. We had people from Canada, Florida, ran into somebody from Washington, California. We've had people travel from all over the U.S. and outside of the U.S. to come and see, because you came here and you got to see all 4 teams compete.
Sam Landry facing her 3rd batter, really her 2nd, because the first was an intentional walk to Hannah Flippen, and then stranded the bases loaded with a pop out from Tori Vidales. So first full inning for Landry, facing Caroline Jacobson, falling behind 2-0. Count. Jacobson 1 for 2 on the day with a single. Off speed, picked up by Warren at 3rd, and making it look easy for out number 1.
A good pick by Jessie Warren over there. He's seeing a great glove from her, known for her defense. Ever since she was over at Florida State, brought that glove and that defense here to Athletes Unlimited. Great pick.
Left side of the infield is just so solid when Bates and Warren are there. Scott's got a great glove too, so you really can't go wrong defensively over there, but 2 longtime veterans. When Bates and Warren are together, they seem comfortable together on that side of the infield. Palacios 0 for 2, make it 0 for 3. Romero at second in the right spot.
Talk about the Talons throwing 13 consecutive scoreless innings. The Volts have not scored in 13 consecutive innings. So a lot of that has been against the Talons, but even going back to their day 1 game against the Bandits, they didn't score in that final frame in the 6th inning, and they just have not scored since then. It scored 2 in 3 innings in a row. It looked like they were putting together things offensively. The Volts just trying to get it, figure it out, the right pieces.
They've looked explosive at times, but I think one of the best moments for the Volts offense was that 7th inning in the last game of the first half. They did not win that game, just the fight. I mean, they were long at bats, kind of annoying at bats. We've heard that word used for some hitters. That was kind of a team approach, was just kind of being annoying at the plate.
And I think that they scored 4 or 5 runs with 2 outs in the 7th. They were down to their final out, and they just decided to just flip a switch and turn it on, to go into every inning and every game with that same mentality, because that to me was what the Volts team, what the Volts offense, I should say, is capable of doing quickly, offensively. Just need to be able to put that together consistently day to day.
Ellis has made a couple really solid swings in this game. Has not been able to straighten it out down that left side. Couple flyouts to left field for Bree. Always had power. Hit 14 or more home runs all 4 years in college. 2 years at Auburn, 2 at Arkansas. But really, the last couple seasons, her average just exploded. Became the all-around hitter, and then became the hitter no one would pitch to. 69 walks this year in college.
When we ran into Courtney Deifel after our first game, who was here to see Danielle Gibson Horton, and then as well as Mariah Lopez, who pitches for the Talons, and Bree Ellis, who is in this game. So Courtney was here on Monday, the head coach for the Arkansas Razorbacks, and then here today. Ellis is just missing. You can just tell that it sounds just a little bit different coming off of her bat. Not as strong, not as timed up. Her hardest hits are just kind of yanked foul toward the left side. Just trying to find that one swing where she is on time and just lets it rip.
Barreling it up, though, right now in this at-bat. There's Courtney Deifel. Kat Osterman in the background, too, but Deifel looking on. And if there's anyone that wants it more than Bree Ellis, maybe Courtney Deifel wants it for Bree Ellis that much more.
And Molly, Bree's mom. Just foul again. Not gonna lie, Courtney looks a little bit nervous watching Bree. Wanting it for her.
Another 3-2, 11th pitch of the at-bat coming. Landry and Ellis, 2 of college softball's biggest stars from this season, going head-to-head. The off-speed fooled her earlier in this at-bat. 2 inside. Ellis wins the battle, and she'll take first.
She'll take that walk.
Twelve pitches for Ellis to reach first, with 2 outs for Sydney Romero. Romero might have wanted that one. Kind of looked like her reaction after that pitch was, might have been something to swing at. Is swinging at the second pitch, tailing away from Coffey, and right, what a catch! The wind was really taking that away from Danica Coffey. A fantastic defensive play in right field for the 3rd out.
She stuck with it. We saw her play a lot of infield at LSU, but she's finding herself play a lot of right field with the Volts. Stuck with us despite the win for the catch.
Talons untouchable, 6 straight wins, 9 of their last 10. 2 runs scored off of walks or hit by pitches. And just great pitching as a whole. 14 straight shutout innings. This game is a combined 16 runners left on base. There's been opportunities for both teams. Raymond threw that first pitch and missed, and then Howard Dobson came out of the dugout to have a conversation about something here in the handy dandy notebook. This is a re-entry issue, isn't it?
Maybe.
I think this is going to be a re-entry problem here, and I think Rachel Garcia is going to be out. Yep. Wow.
Down to your final outs of the game, especially taking the bat out of her hand, where one swing could.
Ian Scott ran for Rachel Garcia when she singled back in the 4th inning. The timing of that is key from Howard Dobson. Just to do it. Garcia comes to the plate. The benefit of that then, of the out.
Pinch hitting for Sis Bates, number 51, Michaela Edenfield.
Pinch hitter is Michaela Edenfield stepping in for Sis Bates. So from 6 outs to 5 now for Faremo and the Talons.
I don't know what to call that in my scorebook, so I'm just putting out.
I wrote re-entry.
Out, 1. I don't really know what to do there.
I've asked you before, would you rather have a strikeout or a 1-pitch out? Or would you rather just have a re-entry mistake and get an out?
For sure, I'd rather have a strikeout. I'd rather, however that's going to come. 3 pitches, 10, but it doesn't matter. You want the strikeout, and she gets one there.
Three strikeouts for Faremo. Be a pretty impressive inning for Faremo, depending on this at bat. She's 3 pitches, which was a strikeout, for 2 outs. Four strikes delivered now. Jessie Warren at the plate, down 0-1.
Instead broadcast that went down as grounded out to the catcher unassisted. Interesting enough.
Fair play to Palacios. Well done.
Howard Dobson's been on it with the rule book and the lineup card.
I think he needs to be in the conversations when we're talking about rule changes for the game. Like, he knows the book.
Definitely calling him when I have some questions. You know, you and I, people like us, calling a bunch of games, we always have some questions about something. He might start to be my new phone a friend.
Yeah, he thinks this is all clever, but what it's really done is it's got him a new job.
He doesn't know it yet, but he's going to be, with what he's shown me the past few days, I know that he is a reliable person to ask any kind of questions to about the rules.
Two. Got Palacios on the foul ball, man. Ooh.
Got her outside of her chest protector, it looks like. Right there above her hip, right at her hip.
Hopefully she's all right. Trainer instantly came out of the dugout for the Talons. On her feet now and shaking it off. Tori Vidales checking on her as well. Uno's going to give her a pitch or two here to get back in the groove.
She's really in some serious pain with that.
Palacios all right, she'll stay in there. Jesse Warren back at it with a 2-2 count after a little delay inside ball 3. Still a 2-run game. I mean, you're a couple pitches away from the Volts being right there.
It just doesn't really feel like it, does it? It feels to me like the Talons are up, I don't know, 4-0? Not just 2-0, like double the amount of runs that they have now. They have the same amount of hits, 4 hits apiece. Ooh.
Warren instantly hopped up to walk that off. Jesse has a double in the game and flew out to center field. Another 3-2 from Faremo. Warren making her work after an easy first 2 outs. Off the end of the bat, it's hit deep for the way she swung at it, but it's out number 3. Megan Faremo really only faced 2 batters after the re-entry error. Two 2-0 Talons, just 3 outs away. They'll get a chance to add to this 2-0 lead against Sam Landry in front of a sold-out crowd here at Parkway Bank Sports Complex. The AUSL is partnered with Rebel Girls, a global empowerment brand dedicated to raising the most inspired and confident generation of girls. Check out Rebel Girls on YouTube as junior reporters recap the AUSL season. Can you give us a recap right now of the last few days here in Rosemont? What you got?
Yeah, it's been all Talons, and the rest of the teams have had a good moment and a bad moment, I feel like, or a challenging moment for them. Talons just look like they have not even skipped a beat after the 2-week break. They've just been on it.
And even better. Refreshed, recharged from some of their players who returned from long seasons in Japan.
Well, and they're just solid. They just feel really hard to beat. And third best team ERA in the league, but they've committed by far the least amount of errors. They've only committed 7 errors, make it 8 because they have 1 today, but everybody else has 13, 13, and 12, but a .981 fielding percentage for the Talons when everybody else is in the 960s.
6 straight wins. They haven't lost since June 19th. That was to the Bandits. This could be 7 straight wins. It could be 10 of their last 11. This is tailing in foul territory. Warren, textbook in foul territory for out number 1.
And did a good job of shading her eyes going against the sun.
Center fielder, number 21, Sierra Sacco.
It would actually be 11 of their last 12. Strike 1 to Sierra Sacco, back to the top of the order. First time that Landry has seen Sacco and Allchin. Ground ball right side. Jennings backing up. 2 up, 2 down. Let's go down to Savannah.
Well, yesterday, Georgina Korick put in some really great words about what the Talons try to do. She said for her as a pitcher, she tries to be suffocating. Take any energy you can create out of your offense. And then Coach Dobson discussed how when you're a team that just constantly keeps your opponent on the field, you just think we're always on defense. We can't get anything going. Amanda, what do you do with a team like this that can shut you down, shut you out, and then continue to produce?
Answer on the other side. I got to get to break.
Tease it up, partner. 3 outs to play with for the Volts against this team who is so tough to solve. 2-0 Talons over the Volts, looking to improve to 6-0 against this team on this season. 3 outs away. Megan Faremo trying to close the door after Raylan Chafin got it started with 3 very, very solid innings for the rookie out of Mississippi State. Talons looking for their 3rd shutout in the last 6 games, all 3 of those coming against the Volts. They are currently on a stretch where they have won 6 straight. They've won 10 of 11. Pitching is exceptional right now, top to bottom.
Well, we're talking about just how to beat a solid team like that, where they just don't beat themselves a lot. You have to find a way offensively to put pressure on them. One of the few balls that's been put on the ground is right there, and Hannah Flippen has been able to cover a lot of ground, but 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position for the Volts today. 1 for 9 with runners on. They do have 2 extra base hits, but 7 left on base for them, and actually 9 left on base for the Talons. So really similar numbers, actually, when you look at it in terms of the hits. Batting average, say the one biggest difference is the 2 runs that have been produced by Allchin and Tori Vidales, taking advantage of free passes.
First pitch strike to Sierra Briggs. The 9-hole is 1 for 2, has reached on an error and has a single in the game. Single came off of Faremo in the 5th inning. That ERA that leads the league for the Volts is going to go down. Only gave up 2 runs.
It's just their offense trying to put things together and score runs. I mean, they're trying to avoid their 2nd shutout in a row, back-to-back days.
And would be their 4th shutout of the season. 4th time they've been shut out this season. One of those numbers that we've tracked. 7 times this year they've scored 5 or more. 7 times this year they've scored 2 or less, including 4 shutouts and twice only scoring 1 run.
It's like it's a bit of a roller coaster.
Allchin makes the catch. Talons 1 out away from 7 straight.
Right fielder, number 13.
The score holds. This will be the fewest runs scored combined in any AUSL game. And it would be the lowest total by a winning team. Just 2 runs for the Talons today. And this should do it. 2-0. Back-to-back shutouts. Corrick, the complete game shutout last night. Raylan Chafin, 3 innings today. Hands it off to Faremo, who goes the distance. What a performance by the league's best team, who looks like they are getting better.
Just feel like they can win the high-scoring games. They can win the low-scoring games. Like, they just find different ways to win and continue to get great pitching performances. And you can tell that the confidence of this pitching staff is continuing to build and build for Georgina Corrick, for Raylan Chafin, for Megan Faremo. Looked outstanding.
Talons have a date with the 2nd place team in the standings, the Bandits. That series coming your way from Omaha beginning Friday, running through Sunday. Volts and Blaze, they head west. A lot of Huskies getting back to the University of Washington, where those games will be played in Seattle. Well, we've enjoyed it. 6 games in 3 days here in Rosemont, Illinois. AUSL's second half well underway as we head toward the championship series in Tuscaloosa. For Savannah Collins, Amanda Scarborough, and our entire awesome crew, we appreciate everything they've done. I'm Chucky Kemp. See you in a couple days.